September 2023, Las Vegas Strip. Somewhere inside MGM Grand, a phone rings at the IT help desk. The voice on the line sounds frustrated. Locked out of an account, needs a password reset. He gives a name, an employee ID, details pulled from LinkedIn in under 10 minutes. The technician resets the password. Same reset, performed 100 times a week. Within the hour, Scattered Spider is inside MGM's internal network. Slot machines start flickering. Hotel keycards stop working. Reservation systems go dark. Guests queue at front desks with paper and pen because every digital system in the building has failed. MGM Resorts will report losses exceeding $100 million. Not from malware, not from a nation state, from a phone call. Scattered Spider is not a traditional hacking group. No foreign government backing, no 0 days. Just a loose, informal collective of teenagers and young adults, mostly English-speaking, mostly American and British, whose primary weapon is a convincing voice asking for a password reset. Their method has remained unchanged across every operation since 2022. Call the IT help desk, pretend to be a locked-out employee, request a 2-factor authentication reset. Walk through the front door. By 2026, this method has been used against over 100 organizations worldwide. MGM, Caesars, Marks & Spencer, AT&T, Ticketmaster, Qantas, producing more than $100 million in ransom payments and billions more in operational damage. The question investigators kept returning to was not how, it was who. In March 2023, just months after his 16th birthday, Peter Stokes made his first move. The target was an online communications platform. The method was identical to everything that would follow. Call the help desk, impersonate a locked-out employee, request a 2-factor authentication reset. Court records show him coordinating with an accomplice through encrypted chats in real time as they worked through the company's systems together. He was 16 years old. He was operating out of Tallinn, Estonia. And according to the FBI affidavit, his family background was already comfortable. His father had been an executive at 2 major European businesses. Peter Stokes did not need the money. He wanted it anyway. By the time he was 17, he was staying at the Waldorf Astoria in New York and the Four Seasons in Bangkok, Paris, Italy, Spain, Germany, Thailand, Dubai. He posted cash and expensive watches on Snapchat, and he wore a diamond-encrusted chain around his neck, engraved with the words, "Hack the Planet," a line lifted directly from a 1995 cyberpunk film about teenage hackers who the FBI could never catch. The FBI noted the necklace specifically in their affidavit. By May 2025, Stokes had escalated. Prosecutors allege he and other Scattered Spider members called the IT help desk of a multi-billion-dollar luxury jewelry retailer using Google Voice numbers, impersonated employees, and reset 3 accounts, including 2 IT administrators with access to the highest privilege systems, within 2 hours. They used a legitimate developer tool called ngrok to maintain persistent access to the company's data center in New Jersey. They exfiltrated 100 gigabytes of data. They demanded $8 million in cryptocurrency. The company refused to pay, but it still lost $2 million clearing them out. On March 16, 2025, while the jewelry breach was still under FBI investigation, Stokes sent his network a meme, a screenshot from The Sopranos, each character labeled with a Scattered Spider alias. He placed his own name over the character of a crime boss. He sent it while the FBI was already building the case file with his name on the cover. The federal complaint against Peter Stokes was filed under seal on December 3, 2025, his 19th birthday. On that same day, according to court records, Stokes was messaging co-conspirators about newly identified hacking targets. He did not know the charges existed. He did not know a U.S. arrest warrant had been issued in his name. He was planning the next operation, while a federal judge in Chicago was signing the paperwork that would end his last one. FBI's Operation Riptide had been running quietly for years. Investigators did not move until they had enough. Financial flows traced, encrypted communications monitored, device evidence coordinated across multiple jurisdictions. Each arrest produced new hardware. Each hard drive produced new names. The network was collapsing. Tyler Buchanan, alleged ringleader, a 24-year-old from Scotland, pleaded guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft in April 2026. Noah Urban in Florida received a 10-year sentence. 4 members arrested across the United Kingdom. On April 10, 2026, Peter Stokes arrived at Helsinki Vantaa Airport. He was attempting to board a flight to Tokyo. Finnish police, acting on an Interpol Red Notice coordinated by the FBI, stopped him at the gate. 2 2-terabyte hard drives were seized from his possession at the airport. 3 months later, he appeared in federal court in Chicago, charged with conspiracy, wire fraud, computer intrusion, and aggravated identity theft across 6 counts. A judge ordered him held pending trial. He was 19 years old. The diamond necklace was not around his neck. Peter Stokes faces decades in federal prison for operations he allegedly began at 16. The 2 hard drives seized in Helsinki are now in FBI possession. Investigators have said evidence from one member's hardware consistently leads to others. Operation Riptide is still active, but the method he first used at 16, call a help desk, pretend to be an employee, ask for a password reset, remains exactly as effective today as it was in March 2023. MGM now requires additional identity verification before any password reset. Other companies in Scattered Spider's path have updated their protocols. Industry advisories have been published. Training modules written. Frameworks distributed. And the collective has reportedly already moved on. New industries, new help desks, new technicians answering phones who have not yet been told what a confident English-speaking voice can take from them in under 10 minutes. Peter Stokes wore Hack the Planet and diamonds around his neck, while the FBI accessed his Snapchat through a court-granted search warrant. The phrase is from a 1995 film. In the film, the teenagers get away. Stokes was taken at an airport boarding gate with 2 hard drives, a warrant issued in 4 countries, and charges that had existed, sealed, waiting since the morning of his 19th birthday. Being good at the method was never the problem. Believing you were too clever to be caught, that was the vulnerability no firewall, no IT policy, and no compliance training module was ever designed to fix.